Good morning, honorable members.
Recording in progress.
Morning,
Good morning, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable members, we have received 2 apologies. An apology from Honorable Singh and the Deputy Chief Whip of the Majority Party. Are there any other apologies? None. Okay, then we proceed. Yes? Hello? Will you please mute? Thank you. Honorable members, thank you. We've received 2 apologies. Are there any other apologies? It seems there are none. Shall we then proceed to consider the agenda for our meeting? Are we happy with the items on the agenda? Can somebody move for the adoption of the agenda, please?
Sheikh Imam move.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sheikh Imam. Seconder?
I will second, ma'am. It's Cornay Mulder speaking.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Member, we then proceed to look at the minutes of the meeting of the 31st of August. No. Really, I'm making a mistake here. That meeting was last week. It can't be the 31st. It was the 7th.
Apologies, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, we then proceed. Anyone, Honorable Papo? Honorable Hope?
Under item 9.
9.
And the bricks. My understanding was that Emperor's Palace is in Captain Park, not in Johannesburg.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Because there is this issue of announcing OR Tambo in Johannesburg, which I'm also taking up because it's actually incorrect. Not us. I'm just saying there are people who still call OR Tambo in Johannesburg.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Papo. Honorable, who else? Are there any other hands? So we then, can somebody move for the adoption of the minutes of the 7th of September?
My hand is up, Honorable Speaker. Good morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chief Whip. Yes, Honorable Chief Whip.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I hereby move for the adoption of these minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any seconders, honorable members? Honorable Tseke.
Thank you very much, sir. I second the move. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Tseke. Honorable members, then we proceed to consider matters arising from the minutes of the 7th of September. I have 3 items, and I would like to, the first one is the processing of the Judicial Services Commission decision, which relates to a Judge President Hlophe. I will allow Mr. Kaso to make a presentation on the matter.
Good morning, Madam Speaker, and good morning, honorable members. Madam Speaker, the last word of this committee on this matter was that a determination will be made in this meeting as to what happens to the matter. We are advising, Madam Speaker, that because there is no legal impediment to the matter being proceeded with, we're advising that the Justice Committee be advised to proceed with its consideration of this issue. And of course, the committee must manage the item in terms of its powers, because the rules allow committees to determine their own program. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mr. Kaso. Honorable Swart.
Good morning, Speaker. Good morning, colleagues. Could I suggest or just recommend that the Justice Committee Chair is consulted by the House of Chairs, given the very heavy workload that the Justice Committee is experiencing? I did mention this to the Justice Chairman, that this is a possibility, and he did ask me to raise it as a concern. So I'll just ask for consultation. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Swart. That will be considered. Honorable Kwakube.
Good morning. Thank you, Speaker. I'm in agreement about proceeding with the matter. I just wanted to find out from Mr. Kaso if he's aware what it is that is outstanding for the committee to do, because my understanding was that they had to review the report, and then it was up to the programming committee to then schedule it for consideration in the House. So I just thought, I'm not sure, what is still outstanding for them to do still. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kwakube. Honorable Frolik.
No, good morning, Honorable Speaker, and good morning, colleagues. Honorable Speaker, I think let's have this discussion. I'll have a discussion with the Honorable Magwanishe. I must also indicate that before Mr. Kaso brought this proposal, we had discussions with one another as well as with the Honorable Magwanishe. We are fully aware of the workload in front of that committee, and we will come back with a report next week. But it is appropriately placed that the Justice Committee should deal with this matter. And it's not a full-blown process that will start afresh. We will work with legal services, and I'm quite sure that it won't be a long, drawn-out process. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Frolik. I see the hand of the Chief Whip of the Majority Party. You want to comment on the matter, or is the legacy hand?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I want to comment on the matter and to really ask to call for a point of order. Every time when we discuss any matter related to the Committee of Justice, Honorable Swart always come and represent the committee here, meaning that committees who don't have members here are disadvantaged in the NAPC. The chair of chairs, the committee chairs, when they have a challenge in terms of processing any matter, they must be able to process that through the office of the Speaker. Because now we'll create a precedence that we are not going to sustain. I do support that this matter squarely lies on the Committee of Justice and let it be processed there. The workload must be managed. Each and every committee has a workload, but that must be managed at a committee level. But Honorable Swart is not here to represent the committee. If we can just try to assist him to refrain from doing that. He has been doing that for quite some time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Whip. Honorable members, there is no need, absolutely no need for us to discuss this. This is a matter for noting that indeed in the programming committee, we represent our different political parties, but not the committees we serve in. And I would like us to, to just proceed then to deal with the next item. Honorable Mkalipi?
No, Speaker, I think I'm covered by the Chief Whip because I wanted really to ask each and every portfolio committee, if you have an issue, must we bring it here as well? Because we are belonging to different committees of Parliament and we are members of Parliament. So really to have this matter of Judge Hlophe to be brought here, I don't even understand after the explanation as well to say that this matter belongs to the committee. So I wanted that clarity to say that no, but we must refrain from doing that, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mkhaliphi. Honorable members, we've noted the comments of the Chief Whip of the Majority Party, further supported by Honorable Mkhaliphi, and therefore the matter is now closed. We then please, Honorable Swart, take note of the comments and take them in good heart so that there isn't a repetition of this. We proceed then under matters arising to deal with an item which is a recommendation of a person who will be appointed as public protector. Now that we have dealt with the matter of the public protector, now, Mr. Clark, are you here? Yes, Honorable Kwankwa. I hope you're not taking me back to the matter we've just discussed.
I'm not taking you back to any matter that you've discussed, ma'am.
Yes.
But I do think it's probably peripheral but very important issue. I think we need to enable the chat forum, because remember it was disabled a long time ago for this meeting, and I think some of these discussions can actually take place in the chat room, not necessary to interrupt the meeting, where we can correct each other and so on. Can that be enabled, please?
Okay, Chief Whip, you may want us to consider that, Mr. Kaso.
Madam Speaker, just on two issues, the chat forum, I would urge that we first consider the matter before the committee agrees to it. It was closed for a reason, and we need to establish whether those reasons have now since subsided. But coming back to the issue, ma'am, we were asked to find a venue for the sitting proposed for the 21st of September, as well as a sitting proposed for the 1st of November. We've been able to secure the City Hall for 1 November, which is for the MTBPS. The City Hall is not available for the 21st of September. Of course, we are exploring other possibilities in terms of venues. But we also indicated last week that we would consider the impact of the 21st of September on committee programs. I am informed that there are at least two committees that are intending to travel. The Standing Committee on the AG from the 16th of September to the 23rd of September. The Basic Education, 16th of September to the 24th. I seem to recall that Chief Whip may have mentioned another committee yesterday that intends to travel, but those are the ones that I've received from the committee section. So there are those two committees that intend to travel over that period. And therefore, this committee must consider what happens with the intention to have a physical sitting on the 21st.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. Honorable members, that is the report. That indeed there is space available, but we have a problem of members. Total of plus minus 22 members who will not be with us. I would like to hear your views on the matter. I invite you to comment. Honorable members, Honorable Papo.
Speaker, as a proviso was made last week on this matter, 22 members are many not to be there. And I think we are still within the time frame, which is the end of October. We should look for a date, another date, which will not prejudice any member, because this is a physical sitting. And I don't think there will be a train smash if we don't do it on that day. I think it will only fair to do it on another date and not disadvantage other members and create complications for them. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Papo. Honorable Mkhaliphi.
Honorable Speaker, if I'm listening correctly to he is saying that we don't have a venue for the 21st of September. So my question is, when are we going to get a report in regards to the venue, Speaker? The second issue regards to the venue, Speaker, is Parliament preparing for after elections, because it is going to affect us going forward in this thing of venue, since the parliament is not available. Maybe can we have a comprehensive report next week in terms of the update from parliament after elections, what will happen? Because we can't operate like this, whereby you must come here and then cry as to say there is no venue to accommodate all members of parliament. So it's also talks to us as a poor planners in terms of our parliamentary work. Can we get a comprehensive report in terms of how to address this issue of venues going forward, Madam Speaker? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Kalipi. That's accepted, honorable members. Honorable Kwahube, followed by Honorable Ntangweni, and then the Chief Whip of the Majority Party.
Thanks, Speaker. Look, I mean, I'm inclined to agree that we should by all means try to have this as a physical sitting, because of course it requires a special majority of 60% of people in the House, of members. And I think it's a big enough vote that I don't think it's sufficient to simply do it in a hybrid setting. But I would then urge and argue that whatever date we find, because I know that we're looking at the 21st, but then it means that we need to look for a date, one, that is within the term still, because, or at least at the beginning of next term, because what I would caution us from doing is going over the acting period of the current public protector without us having done what we need to do. Because I just think that it's going to seem tardy to say we couldn't make this decision because of a venue. So if I could just ask that if there is an alternative date, that we just ensure that it is before that period lapses, whether it's at the end of the term or before at the early part of next term. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kwahube. Honorable Ntangweni.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I fully agree with the Honorable Mkalipi. We need to get a comprehensive report in terms of where we stand with getting a proper and permanent venue to do our work as members of parliament. Because this clumsy arrangement that we are in now doesn't look very professional for us as members of parliament to do our work. So we really need to have that comprehensive report, and we need to also track as to how far are they with the renovations of parliament that have already kick-started. Second to that, Speaker, I think to pay such a lot of money for just to go and put on the president's protector, we need to also schedule some of the other items that we are having
President's protector
on our program for the term to also go and see to it, can we also schedule some of that work in, because now the way things stand,
Point of order, Speaker.
Actually,
I'm still talking.
Hold
No,
on.
point of order.
Honorable members, please hold on, Honorable Ntangweni, because I was still trying to digest what you're saying. You were saying President's protector. Honorable Boroto, what is your point of order?
That's what I wanted to understand. And please, Speaker, people should not take us back. Last week we got a report on how far the refurbishment are. That's not something that you would want in this meeting if you don't attend meetings and don't know what we get in these meetings. And there is no protection, President's protector here.
Now you are
Let's respect
my
this
character,
meeting.
because
Thank
I
you very
am
much.
my character, because
Honorable
I do attend meetings. Sorry, Speaker, the public protector.
No. Honorable Ntangweni, please. Honorable Ntangweni, please.
No, I want. Thank you, Speaker. I want the.
No. I had not given you a go ahead. No, don't do that, please, ma'am. I thought you were doing much better than you were doing earlier. No, ma'am. No, don't do it. And stop it. Just stop it, Honorable Member. What is your issue then? Continue.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I won't be allowing a person to defamating my character in saying I don't attend meetings. I certainly do attend meetings. Secondly, to that, Speaker, I think on our program, we need to adjust the program in such a way that we don't only schedule for that day to have only one order for the day. Let's try to reschedule our work so that all our work can be done, so that we also can minimize our programs in terms of the sittings of Fridays and some programs also have to some now overlap to Mondays. I think that is what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ntangwini. I do want to say though, without saying you do not attend meetings, because I don't know if you did attend the meeting of the chief whips last week, but I'm aware that my team from Parliament, led by the STP, did brief the chief whips forum on the developments, the restoration process, and how far we are. So I don't think the matter of a briefing on the restoration process is a matter which should be brought to a programming committee. This isn't a forum for that. But if you want another briefing, then you can discuss that at the Chief Whips Forum and provide us with guidance. I see the hand of the Chief Whip. Chief Whip.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, let me agree with Mr. Xaso that we have more than 2 committees that have been granted permission prior to our discussion of last week. Sport, higher education, joint standing committee on parliamentary management, as well as public hearings on social development. So the number might go even beyond 21. And second, Honorable Kwahube, that let's look at the beginning of this next term. If it means having a special sitting on that day, let's do it, but taking into consideration what Honorable Ntangwini have said, that let's also package other matters so that we don't have a single item on a day. Let's have a full sitting, not only looking at one day. So I want to request that let's allow programming to meet and look at those dates and how to package that particular sitting immediately when we return in October. Let's not wait for the end of October. Let's act earlier than that. The second one, Honorable Speaker, is that I on the issue of venues, indeed, there was a Chief Whips Forum last week for 2 hours. We discussed the restoration and renovation of Parliament and the stage in which that is at. However, it is important that during the constituency period, a team should sit and check what are other plenaries that might need physical sitting, and package them and try to look for the venue that as early as possible, so that should those dates come for those plenaries, we are able to have secured venues for the next 3 to 4 months. Let's try to do that so that we don't act on an issue base that today we are looking for a venue for physical sitting, so that we can block in advance. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Whip. Honorable members, that was it. We will look into that matter and we'll discuss it with the team, and then we'll come back to the Chief Whips Forum to give you a report. And then, honorable members, another matter arising is the medium-term budget policy statement.
Chairperson.
Speaker?
Yes, I'm sorry, Dr. Lotford, I didn't see your hand. Yes.
I would just like then, for the purposes of the record, and that we can convey to our caucuses, that we will then not be dealing with the appointment of the public protector on the 21st.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, there was a matter of the medium-term budget policy statement, which we should have been presented, I think, on the 25th of October, but due to other commitments of Parliament itself, such as the IPU, which will be in Angola, there will be a delegation from Parliament which will be attending this. We then agreed to move this item. I had discussions with the minister. Minister agreed and mandated us to go ahead, and we then conferred and agreed that the 1st of November will be okay. So the 1st of November, it's decided that we will have the MTPPS and it will be at the City Hall. We found a venue there. Are we happy, honorable members? Happy. Then we proceed. Another matter which is arising is the BRICS Parliamentary Forum. Members raised concerns about the numbers. Just briefly to say, honorable members, we've agreed that the National Assembly will send a total of 29 members. That's in addition to the official delegation. If members request any further, more information with regards to this matter, a meeting can be scheduled for that. So, honorable members, we then proceed and invite Ms. Kiba to present the committee section report.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. A very good morning to the honorable members and to all my colleagues. I present the report of the committee section on bills and matters before the committees. Madam Speaker, I will be very brief this morning. Most of the slides are as it was reported last week, and with your permission, I will only focus where there are updates for this week. On slide number 2, there are 39 bills before the National Assembly committees. Of these bills, Madam Speaker, there are about 5 Section 76 bills that committees have indicated to intend to finalize by the end of November, as well as about 3 Section 75 bills. I thought that is important also to assist processes of the NCOP. Then the next reporting slide is slide number 4. The Cannabis for Private Purposes Bill before the Portfolio Committees on Justice and Correctional Services. This committee reported and they submitted an interim report. The committee seeks to extend beyond the subject of the bill. The report is already in the ATC. We're moving to slide number 13. The National Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide Bill before the Portfolio Committee on Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities. The committee intends to finalize the bill on the 8th of November. On slide number 15, between slide number 15 and 16, we are reporting on 2 bills before the PC on Public Service and Administration. This committee intends to finalize the Public Administration Management Amendment Bill on the 8th of November, as well as on slide 16, the Public Service Amendment Bill is also aimed to be finalized on the same day. And the last reporting slide, Madam Speaker, will be slide number 25. The Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs has finalized vacancies on the Electoral Commission. The report has also been published, and this concludes my report, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kiba. Thank you for the report. Honorable members, are there any matters you'd like to raise related to this report? I see no hands, honorable members. And if there are none, we then proceed. And I invite Dr. Mbata from the Bill's office to present her report.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker and honorable members. Thank you for the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, we will also report on the updates. We don't have much to report on today. We will only report on the bill that has been highlighted in that report, which is the PC on Justice reported on the Judicial Matters Amendment Bill with amendments. The bill is now B7B of 2023, and the bill is on the order paper for consideration. And again, Madam Speaker, for information purposes, all the bills that Ms. Giba has reported on with the aim to finish dates, the bills office is also working on their second languages. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mbata. Honorable members, comments, questions? None, honorable members. We then proceed. Thank you very much, Dr. Mbata. I now recognize the program whip, Honorable Seke.
Thank you very much, and good morning, Honorable Speaker and the colleagues present. Allow me to switch off my video, Honorable Speaker, because of network connectivity. There are no changes to the program this week. Today's Thursday. Yeah, there are no changes to the program this week. Mini plenaries are continuing virtually today and tomorrow. And next week, the 19th, the program looks congested. There will be from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, there are committees which will be sitting. And then from 2 o'clock to around o'clock, there's a plenary hybrid. Second reading debates on judicial and correctional services amendment bill. There will be debate, the second reading debate of the two bills. And then there will be followed by declarations on the Public Administration Laws General Amendment Bill and the Animal Protection Amendment Bill. It will be declarations only. And then it will be followed by the declaration on request. Where are we? Yeah, declaration on request for approval of the 2003 UNESCO Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage. The other item on the program is the decision of questions on reports debated in mini plenaries from the 14th to the 15th September. I think we should note that there will be no declarations on the matter, Honorable Speaker, because the matters have already been debated. The last matter is, no, you go up. There are two issues on salaries, yes. There are draft notices on salaries payable to IEC commissioners and ICASA councillors. We were also thinking that there should be no declarations on the matter, Honorable Speaker, on the two issues. And then lastly, there will be debate on Heritage Day, which will be the last order. Thursday or Wednesday, it's questions to the cluster, economic cluster, and the consideration of the report on nomination of candidates to fill the vacancy in the Electoral Commission. And Thursday, it was, or 8:30 is programming committee, and the caucus, multi-party women's caucus is scheduled for 10 o'clock. And from 2 o'clock, as agreed previously, it was this report on the appointment of the public protector but we have taken note of the discussions today, and we will meet as the programming committee to prioritize the matter. So it means that Thursday it's open because it was the only item on the program. So therefore, the meeting will then agree in terms of which items should be scheduled for that day. And then on Friday, there are questions to the Deputy President, which is the last sitting for the term. And it will be followed by from the 26th September to 9 October, it's our constituency period. We must note that this is our last week for the third term. And the programming committee will meet or next week on Thursday. We will then present the fourth term for the consideration of this committee. Thank you so much, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Tseke. I note the hand of Mr. Kaso.
Madam Speaker, I was going to propose that, but I suspect that if we was going to deal with the matter, I was going to propose that the business of Tuesday then be split and be accommodated on Tuesday and on Thursday. And we would obviously have to consult quickly and present and circulate a program that splits the two, this issue. And also there are two other items that we propose for consideration next week. It's establishment of an ad hoc committee on the Intelligence Laws Bill, and also a report of the Rules Committee on a rule for funding of political parties. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. Dr. Laureate, followed by Honorable Kwahube.
Thank you, Speaker. Yes, I think Mr. Kasu covered me in the sense that I do think that we should split Tuesday because it's quite a long program. And I think it's always a disservice to a debate such as on Heritage Day when we put it right at the end and nobody's interested anymore, that we perhaps move that to the Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Laureate. Honorable Kwahube.
Thanks, Speaker. In addition to what Dr. Lotri has said, I wanted to just find out, Mr. Klasa, just to throw it out there, that whether, considering that we were going to use Friday with a constituency day to deal with some of the business of the House, that when you are re-looking at the program, if maybe in consultation with the DP, there shouldn't be a discussion on whether or not we can rejig things so that we can do things within the parliamentary week without using that Friday anymore. So I'm throwing it out to you to discuss with the programming, but I'm just thinking then if we have a free Thursday, then we can split things across the days, including the program of Friday. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kwahube. Honorable Chief Whip, followed by Honorable Frolik.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on Deputy President. Deputy President's office has committed this date of Friday, and Friday is not constituency day, it's a working day. That is why we always schedule committees as well as mini plenaries. So Friday is one of the working days. The constituency day is on a Monday according to our programming, not unless there is a proposal to change that Monday should no longer be a constituency day, or we add Friday as a constituency day. That could be a new suggestion from Honorable Chief Whip of the opposition. Honorable Speaker, I support that we split. There are 14 orders on the 19th, and that is or the 20. Yeah, it's too much. That is too much. We cannot do any justice on for such. So let's split those orders to go for the 21st. And to ensure that we do justice on them, And on the two other matters that Mr. Traso is raising, let's see where do we fit them. Even those matters that are supposed to be splitted, let's ensure that we prioritize those that mostly have a deadline, because next week programs, as it has been presented, is quite packed, but we are not going to leave anything that is important to be processed. Let's just package them accordingly. A pity that at certain points we should also consider to start some plenaries at 10 o'clock, notwithstanding that we also have committees that are meeting, but committees, we are always flexible to accommodate them even during the constituency period, but we are unable to accommodate plenaries during constituency period. So I just I'm pleading with the NAPC that at times we must be flexible also to consider starting other plenaries at 10 o'clock. Thank you very much, especially that they are also unstable electricity that is we're experiencing. It will be better at times to consider that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Whip. Supported, I think. Honorable Member, it's a matter that we should consider. Honorable Buroto, followed by Honorable Papo, and you'll be the last one on the matter.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, I think the issue of Friday has long been resolved. I thank you to the Chief Whip for bringing that. I think I'm covered. Friday is a working day. It's just that we have been putting joint committees and other things, but it's a working day. It's not a constituency day. I just want to emphasize that. And we agree on the packaging that it must be done. And I would really support the issue of raised by the Chief Whip of starting at 10 sometimes, so that we finish our work. Thank you, Chief Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Buroto. Honorable Papo, I said you'll be the last one on the matter.
Speaker, I think on the issue of Friday, I'm covered. And also, there was an agreement that we need to clear a number of reports, because members themselves have complained that committees do oversight, they present reports, they need to be processed. So I think what it seems to be a workload, it's what was agreed, that we need to clear a lot of these reports which we have, international treaties, committee reports, and therefore Friday is a working day. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Papo. I see your hand now, Honorable Ndlangweni, and yet I had ruled that Honorable Papo will be the last speaker on the matter. Does it relate to this issue?
I just want to make a proposal, Speaker. I don't know if will I be allowed.
Okay, proposal.
I'm proposing, Speaker, can't we shorter our constituency period? Because we just came now from a very long constituency. Can we shorten it to push some of our work in? Because now we are putting a lot of work on each day, and we are finishing very late in the evenings, which is fine. It's our working time, it's our working schedule, it's our working days. But if we are looking at it, we are finishing on Friday. Many members, they can't get flights out on Fridays. Then they have to leave on Saturday morning. Saturday, they only have Saturday and Sunday. Monday, they have to go to their constituency. So I'm really, we know that Fridays is a working day, but we all know, all of us have started with our election programs. So I'm pleading maybe with you, maybe for the sake of processing all of our committee works and things like that. Maybe perhaps we can maybe this term cut off our constituency period, maybe make it a little bit shorter. That is one of the proposals. And then second proposal, I agree with the Chief Whip that we can start also look into starting earlier than 2 o'clock to process some of the work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mhlangweni. Honorable members, that was a proposal from Honorable Mhlangweni, and I will leave it to the team which deals with the program to consider the matter, or even with the whippery to deal with the matter, trash it out there and bring it to the program committee. Honorable members, I think that brings us to the end of the items on the agenda. Just to indicate to honorable members a matter which I did not report on.
Before you close, Honorable Speaker, can we be updated on the bricks? What was finally allocated when, remember we agreed that let's see the possibility of accommodating all parties. Did we manage to do that?
Honorable Chief Whip, you were
Yes,
here. Yes, and we did say that in addition to the delegation which was allocated for Parliament, we will have 29 more members from the National Assembly only. So everything is being done to make sure that all parties are accommodated. All of them do attend the BRICS Parliamentary Forum. Thank you. And then, honorable members, there's just the one thing which I should have responded to or reported, which is that we have already since received a letter from the president. Remember that we dated the 14th of 14th, yes. No, last week when we had a sitting, honorable members, you recall. So the following, then I sent a correspondence to the president just to report to the president about work which has been done by Parliament, and that the matters before us have been concluded, and that and so the president then responded the following day to the effect that he has noted the developments relating to the Section 194 committee. So I just thought I should just inform you so that you're not at sea and be lost. And then what? President is aware. He has since responded to my letter. Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable members, any announcements? None.
Madam Speaker, just to indicate that the sittings today and tomorrow are virtual.
Virtual. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. Honorable members, that brings us to the end of our meeting. The meeting is adjourned until next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Recording stopped.
Thank you, Speaker.